Hey everyone, my name is Brian. I just wanted to take you through my Dragon Quest Builders game and show you what I had done here. So I decided to build the Hogwarts Great Hall from Harry Potter. This took me a couple months of work to do, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to kind of fly on my little chimera here and show you a view from far away. So what I decided to do is just look at a lot of pictures from the movie to kind of get inspiration for this, and did a lot of comparisons back and forth to really see what it could look like. So you'll see I try to get down to little details, like from around the outside, you know, there's this walkway, there was torches, and so with this game you have different items they're able to use to really try to create something. It's not always perfect, but I started back here and did some, you know, windows and things like that. Chose the bricks and just did these little details to, you know, do the number of towers that are there and do the number of windows. And you know, in the movies the towers are quite steep and I didn't really have blocks that would be perfect for that. But these ones I thought worked out pretty nice, and even the windows on the roof I was able just to take a little design and do those. And you know, on the edge of the roof there's these other ones here, but let me just zoom out a little bit. You can take in the scale of this and it being quite big in the end. But you know, the windows on the side, on the back of it here, and again just looking back and forth at pictures and trying to figure out the scale of it all. What I did realize in the game is I ended up maxing out on the height of the game itself, and so my towers ended up being a bit smaller than I would have liked, and so they're not super tall, because like this middle one here should have been much taller, but it really reached the point where I couldn't build any higher in the sky. So, you know, try to do little details just to make it look interesting and have some kind of character to it. And so, yeah, that's what it looks like from further away. Sorry, this guy's kind of flapping in the way here. And then so there's this tower in the front. I ended up taking out quite a bit of land that was in front to make a bit of a cliff side. And you'll see this here. Here's the courtyard. So even these windows around the courtyard, I'll stop flying with this guy now. These windows around the courtyard, you know, down to the base of the pillars, and then even these to try to make them look a bit more curved. I was able just to, you know, turn windows sideways here, put these curved windows here. Blocks you can slice sideways, so just trying to get a ton of detail in there. And so even inside, you know, from the movies, same thing, looking at the way it looked there and making these kind of walkways through. And did around the courtyard, did this roof and have these dragon heads, which I thought were pretty neat. And even those looked quite similar to what is in the movies, and so I was able to recreate that. Did these benches outside, again, just to give a little more detail to what it looked like. So yeah, lots of fun with this, and so I think the courtyard was a pretty good representation. And then as you go into the Hogwarts Great Hall here, again using different blocks to try to recreate the look of it. So a big tower up that way, and there's a little roof here. I had a clock up top, and then as you enter I made a chandelier hanging from the roof. And the scale of this, again, was quite large. As I said, it took me a couple months of pretty consistent work just to build all of this. So here, same thing in the movies, there's a statue as you come in, so I decided to use what I had in the game to make the statue as you enter. Made these big doors. It ends up being 2 doors, one on top of each other, but I thought it looks a pretty neat effect. This was an addition of mine, just some cool stuff from the game. And then this is my favorite part, I think, and this is what took me the longest time. So I did all these floating candles here, and even to create those you had to connect blocks from the wall and put them out to the middle, and then all of those candles attached to a block, and so you had to lay them all out and then just destroy them later, and you kind of leave those candles hanging. So it was pretty neat. But I did little things like from the movies where they have ghosts flying around, and so I had this little ghost that I added in here. These I'm very proud of. Get the view of it. So in the Great Hall there's these flames that are hanging down, and so I made these I got these little dragon pillars and sat them on something, and another part to make it look like a chain hanging down to the fire. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then what I did over here is the 4 tables for the 4 houses. So for Gryffindor, there's the red and gold, and Ravenclaw black, and then Hufflepuff with the blue, and Slytherin for green. So again, I thought that was kind of neat. And the whole inside was really looking at clips from the movie and screenshots that were taken, just to give a view of, so you can see the panels that are there. That was pretty consistent with what's in the movie, and the shape of the windows, and all of that. So yeah, it was pretty fun to try to discover it. You can see even here my tables are elevated, and I have these other posts underneath just to make them higher, so I could put these benches beside it. So I guess this would be before all the students are eating. It's just all their place settings. This was fun too. It was just a little for the fireplace, and did some curves on top and the sides and a mantle, and then to do a big enough fire in there, had some logs in front and a couple things of fire burning. I thought that looked kind of neat to recreate the fireplace. And then in the front, this is where all the teachers would sit. This I really liked. This is kind of the podium that Dumbledore would stand at, and so just using objects in the game. There was a little podium, and then there's this Draki, it's called, and so putting that there, and then putting the candles beside it, and I thought, yeah, that just looks kind of neat. So that worked out pretty well. This is my goblet of fire here, some blue flame. Again, it worked out kind of neat. Then I just have all these tables with a whole bunch of food from the game, which I thought was kind of cool. And that would be Dumbledore's chair that he sits in there. And then this I really like too. So this is the points for all the different houses. And so again, kind of looking at a screenshot from the movie and recreating it, you can see red is the highest, so Gryffindor is winning right now. But just different objects in the game that you're able to dye different colors and then lay them out. So that one was fun to create. And so yeah, you can see big windows. And then what I did on the roof was these star blocks that's supposed to make it look like the night sky. And didn't exactly work out the way I wanted. I realized to be able to see them, because it's so high in the game, I had to put lights. So that's what these are, is more candles just to make them glow, but I still think that was pretty neat. And then these are just the kind of trellises of the roof, just to hold up the roof and give that a little bit of detail. So yeah, that's my Great Hall from Harry Potter. It was a lot of fun to build, and Dragon Quest Builders 2, just a really great game to be able to create stuff. and be creative. So it's been a fun creative outlet for me. So yeah, just wanted to show you that, and hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, thanks so much for watching.